everyone, we're here again today with Charmae from Bitbank Australia, and today we're going to have a look at a variety of bits looking at different metals and materials.
Thanks, Sally. So probably the most common material that we see in bits is the traditional stainless steel. So stainless steel is a great long wearing metal. It doesn't rust, so it's very good for a bit that you need to last for a really long time. Most of them will last for life. This is an older style of metal, a sweet iron. So this one just happens to be blue, just because they hit it with a hot flame and it turns this lovely blue colour, but it will rust and go black just like your normal sweet iron.
And because we're used to seeing the black,
yes,
in the older models, I guess.
Exactly,
yeah.
And it does go black and it does rust. So quite often I'll get a phone call from somebody with a 1 or 2 week old bit saying, my bit's gone rusty, and I say, brilliant, that's exactly what it's supposed to do, because it's the rust that actually gives it the flavour to encourage salivation. So these are the more modern materials that we get now from our major bit manufacturers, which is a copper alloy style of material. So Springer call it Sensigen and Neuschuler call it Salox Gold. Each manufacturer has its own patented blend of copper alloy, which they deem to be the best blend for your horse's comfort. So the benefit of your copper bits is they warm up very quickly to body temperature, so that increases the horse's bit acceptance. Plus they're very bioavailable to the saliva, so they emit a sweet taste as well, which gets that lovely foam bubbling on the horse's lips.
Ah, okay. And did that kind of metal, was that called Oregon or something else in the past?
Yes, so they started off with German silver, which was a sort of a tarnishy coloured sort of dull material. And then the Oregon came out, which is a very yellow material, which goes a funny chalky colour over time. So Sensigen is the latest development, which stays nice and shiny. And it also doesn't look so brassy in the ring, so it's a bit of a nicer looking metal than the really goldy colour. From the synthetic bit point of view, I stock a lot of the white rubber synthetic bits. They're non-toxic, they're brilliant for a horse that's extremely sensitive in the mouth or extremely sensitive to the contact. They're nice and soft under tooth, so they will mark, they will dent, but they are all have a central steel core, so there's no way they can chew through them or break.
Okay. And so what kind of steel core is it? Obviously it's a flexible.
It's flexible, yep. So it's basically a steel wire, like a twisted steel wire core. So it's very, very strong, but it also enables it to be very flexible.
Okay.
Sorry, and the happy mouth is another variation of that. The happy mouth is also apple scented. So again, it just encourages the horse to salivate. And it makes it a really nice experience for the horse to have that in the mouth. A lot of people use these for a first bit or a breaking in bit, just because they're really nice to get the horse focused on what's going on in the mouth.
And with the older, the older fashioned versions of those, has anything changed?
Not particularly. They're still the same polymer fundamentally. They're quite a lot stiffer than sort of your nave bits. They're really quite rigid. So they're a true mullen mouth. There's a few different variations in the shapes of the mouthpieces, and they also
maybe that's what's changed a bit too.
Yeah, so they do make a flat one, which is it's not dressage legal in Australia anymore. It's fine for eventing dressage. This one with the bubbles isn't legal for any dressage, but it does help just stimulate that tongue a little bit more than your standard flat one. And one that's not quite so common in English style riding, but very common in racing, is the leather bit. So this has basically a flexible core as well, so it's a little bit soft and bendy. The leather again is just nice and soft under tooth, so it encourages the horse to salivate. Really, really good for sensitive horses. And this is also a favourite of Lucinda Green as well when she comes to town. I always sell out of these ones for those horses that are a little bit sensitive cross country, but you still need a bit more control.
Okay. Well, fabulous. So there's a nice selection of metals and materials for you to have a look at. Thanks once again to Charmae from Bitbank Australia.
Thank you.